Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? We would be grateful if you would take a few moments to listen to the following short safety announcement. On hearing the fire alarm, we would ask everyone to evacuate the building immediately. Please leave in a calm and orderly manner using the exits which are located at the front and rear of the hall. Then make your way to the assembly point at the front of the physics building, located at the car park side of the hall, opposite to the main building. We would ask you to remain there until instructed otherwise. Please do not attempt to re-enter the building, even if the alarms have been silenced, as this does not always mean that the emergency is over. Given the current situation, it is important to remind everyone that masks should be worn while in the hall, unless you are crossing the stage. We would also like to take this opportunity to ask you to turn off all mobile phones for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. We trust you enjoy your visit to Queen's University. A short university video will now be played. Thank you.
I've always had an interest in going on to have a career in research, so I knew that when I was picking the university for my postgraduate studies, I needed to pick a university that was known on the international stage.
Skills anywhere I find myself. What matters is to apply the skills to make wherever I find myself a better place.
It seems to be a great way to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. Choose the employer you're engaged and you're really interested in this area.
Since becoming a postgraduate student and I have access to the graduate skill, it's a gorgeous building. It's really easy to work your life around it. Like, if it doesn't take over your life, it improves it.
Please rise to receive the academic procession.
Good morning, and a very warm welcome on this special occasion to graduates, parents, families and friends. I declare open this congregation for the celebration of degrees, diplomas and certificates. Please be seated. Members of Senate, fellow members of staff, ladies and gentlemen, guests, friends, may I just say how delighted I am to have the opportunity of saying a few words to you this morning. And to our graduates, can I say welcome back. Our winter graduation has returned, and this event, a celebration of your achievements, is an important part of it. You've already received your degrees, of course, but circumstances denied you the opportunity of the traditional Whittle Hall experience until now, but here we are today and we're delighted to be here and have you with us. Today you'll be able to mingle with former fellow students, your family and friends, and it's an opportunity for us to say, well done. But there's something else to celebrate today. When you began your Queen's journey, you could not have imagined how much life would have changed in this time. No one could have foreseen the global crisis that lay ahead and how it would impact on all of us. Normal life, as we had known it, was put on hold indefinitely. But let me pay tribute to all the people of Queen's, to you and to my staff colleagues, for the way you responded and adapted to this extraordinary situation and how you helped the work of your university to keep going. And we should all feel very proud of the way our people contributed to the well-being of the wider community. I think of those hundreds of students across our health and social care professions who joined the workforce early to support the NHS. Many of you here did that, and you're also now back working full-time in the NHS. I think of our student volunteers, so many of you giving your time in all sorts of ways, running errands, making phone calls to the isolated and vulnerable. And I think of our researchers, many of them colleagues on the stage here today, engaged in clinical trials, vaccine development, working on research into new therapeutics, and examining the social impact of the pandemic and how we begin to organise our society for a very different future. This is service to the community of the highest order indeed. It's a contribution to society that enhances the reputation of your university and demonstrates very acutely, I think, the meaning of our motto, pro tanto quid retribuamus, what shall we give in return for so much? University life can be challenging, and undoubtedly there were some nervous months over the past few years, especially around exam time, there always are. But when COVID came along, it presented us with stress of an entirely different kind. You rose to that challenge too. And the success you're celebrating today is a tribute not just to your academic ability, but also to your resilience. And there was help along the way, and let's not forget that. There was a team behind you. I'm thinking of those individual members of staff who did so much to guide you through. Many of them are joining us in person on the stage today. And of course, your family and friends cheering you on from the sidelines. They've all played their part, so why don't we pause for a moment to acknowledge them? Let's give them a really well-deserved round of applause. Your education, helping you to reach your goals, creating, sustaining, and developing a world-class learning environment. These are the passions which motivate the people of this university at every level, every day. And why our staff are motivated by these passions, why the colleagues on the stage today do what they do every day, is because we believe that our students are the lifeblood of our university, and our graduates are the future of our society. You've accomplished a very great deal during your years of study, and you've every right to feel a sense of pride in that. You have knowledge and skills that will make so much difference to the lives of others. You've been well equipped for your future by your time at Queen's. Above all, you've learned how to be resilient. Your ability to cope with adversity has been tested and you've come through. But it hasn't all been worrying. It hasn't all been adversity. I'm sure you've also all had some fantastic times along the way that you'll always cherish, that will be lasting memories for you. And remember that leaving university isn't the end of something. It's very much the beginning. This part of your education may be over, but your capacity to learn and the opportunity to do so are undiminished. As the American President Harry Truman once put it, it's what you learn after you know it all that counts. And so once again, my congratulations to you. I'm delighted that we're having this opportunity to celebrate together, and I wish you all continued success in your future careers. Will all graduates please rise? In the name and by the authority of the university, I confer on you and those whose names appear on the graduation list the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which you are entitled, and for which you who are present will be individually presented by your head of school. Please be seated.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Medicine, Dentistry and Biomedical Sciences. Shannon Beattie. Rachel Linda Bell. Pietro Maria Bertelli. Aideen Mary Campbell. Claire Crean. Catherine Joan Davidson. Louise Rebecca Dutton. Catherine Lucy Edwards. Eleanor Gill. Grania Patricia Kearney. Mayad Fami Akayat. Karis Amanda Little. Danielle Elizabeth Logan. Lauren McConnell. Leanne McCrum. Sarah Jean McFetridge. Michael Christopher McKelvey. Stuart McKeown. Hayley Philomena McMillan. Blaine Murphy. Kishan Patel. Ryan David Skelly. Lorna May Phyllis Stewart. Sarah Megan Wallace. And for the degree of Doctor of Medicine, Liam James Convey. And for the degree of Master of Science by Research in Cancer Medicine, Bryony Grace Kennedy. And for the degree of Master of Science by Research in Oncology Drug Discovery, Uzwala Gozala. and for the degree of Master of Science in Bioinformatics and Computational Genomics, Mark Burton. Nicole Emma Glendinning. And for the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Anatomy, Brendan John Flanagan. Hannah Victoria Henderson. Emer Christina Vicdoncha. Stuart Alexander Ashcroft Quinn. And for the degree of Master of Science in Experimental Medicine, Victoria Ann Cornelius. Caitlin Erin Martin. Stephen Brian Copeland. And for the degree of Master of Science in Molecular Pathology of Cancer, Hannah Catherine Matthews. And for the degree of Masters of Public Health, Jane Mary Cunningham. Emma Kerr. Chloe O'Kane. Molly Josephine O'Neill. Kevin Sushil Dev Prabhakar. Karas Anastina Razanin Young. And for the degree of Masters of Public Health and Global Health, Varjana Bobby. And for the degree of Bachelor of Dental Surgery, Kerry Marie Louise Burke. Matthew Jack Canning. Mairead Eilish Carey. Leo Casey. Jennifer Norma Chambers. Lauren Cross. Maria Downey. Margot Downey. Isabel Anita Marie Ellis. Hannah Finnegan. Kira Rachel Gurley. Nicole Suzanne Hamilton. Marcus Allen Hanna. Janani Kanagazan. Aoife Mara Keenan. Adam Michael King. Maeve Emer Lavery. Pearl Alexis Lowe. Cora Mary McCluskey. Laura Bridge McGill. Sean Gerard McGovern. Helen Mary McKeever. Rachel Joanne Milligan. Siti Soraya Binti Mohammed Isham. Michaela Patricia Mulvena. Andrea Shawneen Mulvena. Jessica Elizabeth Nethercote. Abigail Megan Sanders Dutton. Juan Leo Sin. Aoife Neve Traynor. And for the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery and Bachelor of Obstetrics, Catherine Zoe Aiken, Mona Subi Alkayali, Alison Winifred Armstrong, Emily Rose Armstrong, Amber Aileen Elizabeth Ashfield, Valerie Ann Askin, Ning Yi On, Jordan Matthew Bamford, Aisling Margaret Barr, John Gerard Eugene Baxter, Catherine Patricia Beattie, Sabrina Bandari, Mohammed Nazrin bin Paduli, Emer Mary Blaney, Connor Patrick Boland, Cheryl Alexandra Boyd, Patrick Breen, Declan Anthony Brown, Sophie Rachel Bunce, Colin Burke, Zhu Y. Jody Chan, Aisling Mary Clark, Emily Therese Connor, Anya Rebecca Corey, Carrie Louise Coulter, Laura Frances Cowan, Alex John Daniel Crawford, Ellen Marie Cregan, Brian Cunningham, Owen Michael Curran, Niall Alexander Dara, Alice Hannah Daigan, Louis-Philippe Donald Deluguer, Laura Catherine Denley, Michelle Doherty, Emma Louise Donaldson, Mary Louise Donnelly, Lucia Mary Dunlop, James Paul Durkin, Jessica Shan Finlay, Vanilla Ann Finn, Mark Patrick Fletcher, Hannah May Foote, Alice Folks, Paul Gallagher, Hannah Joy Gardner, Emma Gilmartin, Rachel Olivia Gowan. Abby Yvette Hart. Aoife Claire Hawkins. Julianne Hewitt. Nicholas Peter Fleetwood Hicks. Emer Marie Higgins. Onyekachi Chinwe Ibi Ijiogu. Kerry Nia Jocelyn. Alexandra Karen Grant Jowett. Umaswari Kandazami. Orla Grace Kearney. Emma Catherine Kelly. Olivia Charlotte Kent. Naushin Tabassum Khan. Katie Kong. Matthew Joseph King. Catherine Shu Lincock. Yi Lin Lai. Nicole Frances Laverty. Emma Laverty. Patrick Michael William Leeson. Wei Sim Leong. Chris Y. Yin Lee. Oliver Peter Linsell. Alan Alexander McPherson. Christopher Thomas James Madden McKee. Leo Henry Mansell. Chris Marine Ben Matthew. Cahill Joseph McCartney. Hannah Claire McCaw. Alice Louise McClintock. Megan McConnell. Ellen Rose McCullough. Grace McCullough. Sarah Louise McElroy. William James Samuel McGalliard. Shanine Marie McGarry. Thomas James McGorty. David Gerald McGrath. Emer Ann McGuckian. Jonathan Michael McGuigan. Connor James Serval McKee. Luke Francis McKeever. Megan Edna Jean McMullen. James Joseph Eugene McNulty. John Francis McQuaid. Matthew David McSorley. Rachel Ann Miller, Hannah Elizabeth Moore, Peter John Alexander Moore, Elizabeth Ann Moss, Anya Martina Mulholland, Jerry Mullen, Rumbidzai Mutenga, Abby Lauren Nelson, Shannon Bridget O'Doherty, Tara Patricia O'Connell, Paul Anthony O'Donnell, Amy Louise O'Hara, Tara Ann O'Hara, Lorcan Nicholas Oliver, Rory Owen O'Neill, Luke O'Neill, Claire Palmer, Bhagya Shri Parkash, Celine Pereira, Mithra Punyamurthy, Henry Quinn, Shivani Rajkumar, Charlotte Helen Ralston, Remy Kashmiri Reese Goddard, Darshini Ravindran, Julianne Rogers, Owen Daniel Rogers, Dara Brandon Rooney, Amy Ross, Jennifer Tanya Salmon, Sarah Sharkey, Thomas George Sherwin, Anna Elizabeth Bronte Sturgeon, Alice Yenchi Summers, David Allen Taylor, Abigail Thompson, Mohammed Arshad Unais, Hannah Mary Walsh, Yasmin Sarah Wilson, Matthew Allen James Wilson, and for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Rebecca Briggs, Sophia Burns, Caroline Elizabeth Campbell, William James Arthur Cartledge, Joseph Curran, Celine Ann Devlin, Alexandra Jo Emerson, Sophie Fraser, Courtney Shannon Hawthorne, Niamh Jane Heaney. Alex Roberta Lee. Lee Ling Lee. Anya Elizabeth McGill. Elizabeth McGuckin. Adam Nathan McShane. Laura Murphy. Alexander Matthew Much. Owen Robert Patterson. Hannah Pinotto. Emily Stone. Jin Yi Wu. Rebecca Bradley. James Daniel Brady. Christopher Connor Brennan. Liam Patrick Campbell. Orla Delargy. Ailish Margaret Doyle. Courtney Lee Dunlop. Aisling Mary Green. Jodie Nicole Halliday. John Ross Hempel. Nicole Ruvimbo Kerr. Angela Jane McKee. Brona Catherine McLaughlin. Kevin Ryan Milnes. Alana Murray. Evie Leona Symington. Michael Kieran White. Kenneth Chunwa Young. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Biology, Emily Margaret Louise Bowman. Kate Neve Clarkson Dornan. Rachel Catherine Margaret Furphy. Niamh Marie Hannaway. Rebecca Louise Johnson. Callum Stephen Mitchell. Faye Patricia Stockdale. Barbara Rose Alexandra Beavis. Hannah Boys. Connor Peter Farnan. Danielle Josephine Hargan. Amy Louise Lowry. Autumn Rebecca Eve McLaren. Grania Ann McLaughlin. Rebecca Elizabeth McNaughton. Ita Marie McShane. Laura Lee Penrose. An integral part of medical and dental graduations at Queen's is the reciting of the Sponsio Academica. The Sponsio is a solemn declaration whose roots go back to the time of Hippocrates. Previous graduates have recounted to me the profound effect which reciting this oath has with regard to the realization that they have joined a noble and trusted profession which places patients at the center of their working lives. I now ask all the medical and dental graduates to stand and to recite the Sponsio with me in the presence of your family, colleagues, and friends. For the medical graduates, you will enter medicine or medical. For the dental graduates, dentistry and dental. So if you join with me, I do solemnly declare that of Queen's University, Belfast, I will make the care of my patients my first concern, keep my professional knowledge up to date, and recognise the limits of my professional competencies. Treat each patient with respect and dignity, treat each patient considerately, respect their views, provide them with information, and involve them in decisions about their care. Work collaboratively with colleagues in other healthcare professions in ways that best serve my patients' interests. Treat with respect and willingly assist all students and trainees in their learning so that they may acquire skills and competences necessary for good clinical care. Be honest and trustworthy, protect confidentiality, ensure that my personal beliefs do not compromise my patients' care, act quickly to protect my patients from risk, and will never abuse my position as a dentist doctor. In all these matters, I will never discriminate unfairly against my patients or colleagues. I will hold in due regard the honourable obligations of the profession, doing nothing which would bring it into disrepute. Above all, I dedicate my professional life to the service of those entrusted to my care. Please be seated.
Congratulations again on reaching this very significant milestone. We've enjoyed the privilege of sharing this celebration with you. As a university, we are extremely proud of what you've achieved, and we hope that you're proud of your university. As a graduate, you'll always remain part of the Queen's community, so please do stay in touch with the university through our Development and Alumni Relations Office. Make the most of all of the opportunities available to you as graduates. Congratulations again, you deserve every success. I wish you success for the future. I hope it's exciting and challenging in equal measure, and I look forward to hearing about your achievements over the coming years. Remember always the words of Alvin Toffler, American writer, futurist, and businessman, who said, "It's better to err on the side of daring than on the side of caution." So enjoy the rest of your day, then go out and be daring. You're the future, you can change the world, and in fact, many of you already are in the work that you're doing. I declare closed this congregation for the celebration of degrees, diplomas, and certificates, and invite our graduates to join the academic procession as it leaves the hall. Could I ask parents and friends to wait until the procession has left? Thank you.
Queen's Alumni Office was established to ensure that the relationship between graduates and alma mater becomes lifelong. Many people will have forged lasting personal and professional friendships while at Queen's, and the ongoing alumni outreach programme aims to keep Queen's men and Queen's women in touch with the university and, of course, with each other. In time, alumni will make return visits to Queen's for reunions, public lectures, social and academic events, and perhaps further study. It's particularly important to stay in contact if careers are pursued overseas, and for this reason Queen's now has a number of graduate organisations based both here in Northern Ireland and throughout the world in Canada, America, the Far East, Africa and Northern Europe. So, graduation should not mark the end of your association with Queen's. Through the Alumni Office, those friends, contacts and memories can last a lifetime.